Welcome to another episode of the Hot
Seat
Pod. Brought to you by. I saw you plugging in the mic. I saw you plugging it in, so I was gonna do it by myself.
Yeah, but I didn't know what your vibe was. I'm not gonna lie.
I threw you the lob.
No, but you went like pod, and I wanted to yell it.
Pod. Yeah, you wanted to do that? Do that on the mic real quick. Okay. Well, fuck it. Today we're gonna be going over my predictions on who wins every division in the NFL. But before we do that, we're on the road to 300 subscribers. So make sure you guys hit that sub button. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow, as my boy Phil would say. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm sorry. I'm planning on doing one of those 6:30 a.m. streams when they do have those games, but not this week, guys. Today, it's just who wins every NFL division. Let's just kick it off, man, after that fucking atrocious start. We're going to start with the AFC East. We're looking at the Bills, who are 3-0, the Jets, who are 2-1, the Dolphins, who are 1-2, and the Patriots, who are 1-2. This division, I'm straight vibing this video. I got like a sentence for each team, but I'm going with the Buffalo Bills in this division. I feel like they're the only team in this division that's looked elite. Aaron Rodgers, to me, hasn't really done it this year. I know he had a good week this week, but I need to see him get Garrett Wilson involved a little more for me to take this team a little more serious. That Jets defense hasn't looked like how it looked last year, where it was straight shutout, no breathing, you're dead. That's really how it looked, and now they're just kind of cool. They're not elite. They're not great. The Dolphins and the Patriots, I think the Tua injury took the Dolphins out. Before the season, I probably would have went with the Dolphins, but right now, give me the Bills. Next up, the AFC North, arguably the most competitive division in the NFL. We're looking at the Steelers, the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals. Man, it's a great time to watch the Bengals fail. Give me the Ravens in this division, though. Steelers are undefeated right now. The Steelers' defense has looked elite this season. And you know I'm a Justin Fields guy. I don't know if I fully trust him to win a division. I love George Pickens. I love their running back room, even though they're kind of beat up, which hurts my fantasy team, sadly. But Justin Fields, bro, I love you, brother, but I don't know if I trust him to win a division yet. I'm still going to go with the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens very well easily could be undefeated right now. They had two of the worst losses between the first 2 weeks with the Isaiah Likely KD shoe and then the Raiders' 10-point comeback kind of out of nowhere. We saw what they did to the Cowboys this week, but I'm not going to let that get in my head because I don't think the Cowboys are that good this season. But with all that being said, the Ravens over the Steelers. The Browns, I think their defense is good. Their offense isn't. AFC South, baby. You already know what I'm picking, but I'll just say it so the people that don't know, now you know. Not going to finish that one. AFC South, give me the Houston Texans. The Texans are 2-1, and we have the best offense and defense in this division. I don't think without a question, really. The Jaguars just got fucked like porno live on Monday Night Football. That's what happened.
Oh, you cannot say that.
Why? It's not me going live. It's the Trevor Lawrence going long hair blonde gets railed by Josh Allen live on Monday Night Football. That's what just happened. That's literally what just happened. They got destroyed. I took Jaguars plus 14.5, and they couldn't even get that done. It was like 47-10. It just happened. I turned it off halfway through. I wanted to watch the Bengals get smoked. But, yeah, give me the Texans. They're just like, there's no real competition. When Anthony Richardson is playing elite, sure, maybe the Colts do have a chance. But we've seen Anthony Richardson look like Lamar Jackson, and we've seen him look like Derek Carr, end of the Raiders run. Ugly Derek Carr. Like, he's looked pretty bad the last 2 weeks of the season. But week 1, he was cold. He had y'all feeling pretty good when he threw that dime to Alec Pierce, that deep one, boy. I know y'all were tweeting, trying to prey on the Texans' downfall. Too early. The AFC West, I think this one is another cakewalk. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are 3-0. Chargers are 2-1. Broncos and Raiders. We don't really have to talk about them too much. I think this is a two-team race. And I do think this is a race. I think the Chargers, I know I said cakewalk because I think the Chiefs are a tier above, but the Chargers are a good team. And sometimes we see these good teams somehow have a better regular season than the great teams. Once the playoffs come, I'm not taking the Chargers as seriously. The Justin Herbert injury does kind of scare me a little bit. I believe they said he was in a boot or a sling today or something like that. Justin Herbert, get well soon. I think this team is legit. It just goes to show how important it is to build your O-line, man. All these teams are chasing these skill position players. When they get fucked up, they get blitzed, they get sacked, and then they have all these excuses in the world. Oh, our quarterback wasn't. Then protect your quarterback. It's that simple. Protect your quarterback. You see, like Justin Herbert's an injury-prone player, and he made it 3 weeks into the season. So congratulations, Chargers fans, on that. NFC East. This one's a little more competition here. The Giants are 1-2. We could count them out. The Cowboys are 1-2, but at any given moment, they could be regular season warriors. We know that. The Cowboys in the playoffs, I'm counting them out. I would never bet on the Cowboys in the playoffs. The Cowboys in the regular seasons, though, again, I feel like at any given moment could really turn it on. The Commanders, I told y'all, man, the Commanders' offense is legit. I wouldn't say elite just because they busted the Bengals. The Bengals are weak, but they have a good offense. But the division winners is the Eagles. Okay, I think I trust their offense more than I trust the Commanders' offense. I don't think the Eagles' defense is that good, sadly. I think that could be maybe the difference between them being good in the regular season and good in the playoffs. I think a good offense should light this team up for sure. I mean, we saw Kirk Cousins do it in primetime. I know he didn't light them up, but that last drive, that was literally like he had a easier time driving down the field against the Eagles in week 2 than he did dropping back in week 1. So it got kind of ugly there. But with that, all that being said, not to diss the Eagles are going to win this division. We're looking at the NFC North now. This one could go any way because I still think if Caleb Williams stops playing like a pony out there, he's not really doing shit, they could win the division. Caleb Williams just has been so bad on offense, and he screwed DJ Moore, and he screwed me out of $1,200 this week. If DJ Moore got that Hail Mary, he just needed 1 more yard, and I would have hit so big on my bet, boys. I would have hit so big. But I'm not going to count them out yet as much as I really fucking want to. The Packers, they're looking good, bro. I mean, I like Malik Willis. I don't like Jordan Love. I hope they rock out with Malik Willis. I don't think they're going to. But Malik Willis, to me, I feel like their offense fits a little better with him, like a type of quarterback like that that's a little more mobile, a little better outside of the pocket than Jordan Love. I like Malik Willis a lot, and I think he's looked pretty good in these last 2 weeks. The Lions, again, are another good team, but the magic is kind of gone. The magic from the Lions has went to the Vikings, and the Vikings will win this division. They have the best passing offense in the NFL. They have one of the best defenses in the NFL. They have a great run room. Like, the only question is, and we'll talk about this with the next division, if Sam Darnold's magic runs out, similar to how Derek Carr's did. 2 weeks, Derek Carr, I would have said the Saints in a heartbeat win that division. Now, I don't feel as confidently about the Saints. I do about the Vikings, though. I think Sam Darnold is a legitimate quarterback. I think Carolina just fucks you. Carolina and New York is like a death sentence for a quarterback. All you have to do is go to Cleveland after that, or before that, honestly. Those pre-Cleveland quarterbacks just got screwed and screwed and screwed. The NFC South, this is where we'll talk about the Saints and Derek Carr's Mickey Mouse run. The Buccaneers, I like them, but I do feel like their magic is also gone. Falcons, Kirk Cousins, come on. And the Panthers, we don't got to talk about them. As cool as Andy Dalton game was, we don't really have to talk about them. I got the Falcons winning this division. I believe in this offense a lot more than the other 2 teams in this division. I think Kirk Cousins, Bijan, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, they have a all right O-line. Like, I think it's a decent core to get it done. And the defense, I think, is some dogs, bro. Like, they're one of those defenses that you watch them and they're just playing with a chip on their shoulder, bro. I know the Falcons are 1-2 right now. I know it doesn't look amazing for the Falcons, but I just don't get excited thinking about the Buccaneers or the Saints anymore. The Buccaneers, it's cool that Chris Godwin's back. The Saints, it's cool that they had a good 2-week run, but that run is going to be remembered like that Steelers 11-0 start to the season where it's a fluke, bro. That's just what it is. I'm going with the Falcons for the NFC South. And the last division we're going to talk about today is the NFC West. This one is, I think, any of the 4 teams actually can win it. We have 3 teams with really good offenses and really bad defenses. We're going with the 49ers, the Rams, and the Cardinals. And then the exact opposite with the Seahawks, where their defense is legit. I just don't know if they could hold up if Ken Walker stays out, bro. I mean, Zach Charbonnet's look good in the goal line. I feel like he hasn't looked that great in the normal run game other than that. I'm going with the Cardinals. I believe in the Cardinals offense. I didn't think I'd get here. I just don't believe in the 49ers as much anymore. Yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals here. I think Kyler Murray might Yeah, he is. Kyler Murray to me is the best quarterback in this division. Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best receiver in this division. It's interesting, bro. I know that might be a hot take. I know y'all might not like that, but I think it's the truth. I think their defense is terrible, but you don't really need defense in the regular season. Just keep out shooting these teams, and you will win the division. But let me know at home if I'm tripping, if I know ball, if I'm hooping, if I don't know. If I'm anything to you, comment it. Comment what I am. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow, and most importantly, run the play.